Welcome to Movie Recaps with Brian. Subscribe below for daily recaps. Today, we're recapping Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, directed by Frank Oz. Lawrence Jameson, played by Michael Caine, is a refined, silver-tongued British con artist living in opulence in the idyllic town of Beaumont-sur-Mer on the French Riviera. Lawrence seduces wealthy women and cons them for high-value sums by posing as an exiled prince, raising money for his country's freedom fighters. With the help of his loyal manservant Arthur and the corrupt yet courteous local chief of police, Inspector Andre, Lawrence has built a comfortable empire, one funded by the gullibility and generosity of the wealthy elite. On a train returning from Zurich, Lawrence encounters Freddie Benson, played by Steve Martin, a brash, unsophisticated American serviceman turned hustler. Freddie's grifting style is crude but effective. He cons women out of meals or small change by spinning sob stories, usually involving a sick grandmother. When they arrive in Beaumont-sur-Mer, Freddie inadvertently disrupts one of Lawrence's marks, causing suspicion and derailing Lawrence's latest scheme. Seeing Freddie as a nuisance, Lawrence manipulates Andre into arresting Freddie under false pretenses, then pressures him into leaving town. However, Freddie soon realizes he has been played when he crosses paths with one of Lawrence's former victims. Sensing an opportunity, Freddie returns and confronts Lawrence at his villa, threatening exposure unless Lawrence teaches him the finer points of high-level cons. Amused and intrigued, Lawrence agrees and takes Freddie under his wing, begrudgingly. Freddie's apprenticeship is rocky. His coarse manners and lack of subtlety clash with Lawrence's polished sophistication. Still, Freddie proves to be a quick study in some areas. Together, they run a scheme where Freddie pretends to be Ruprecht, Lawrence's mentally disabled brother, whose off-putting behavior scares women off after they've paid a donation to Lawrence's fake cause. The gag works brilliantly, but tension escalates when Freddie demands a share of the profits. Lawrence refuses, leading Freddie to strike out on his own. Determined to eliminate the competition, Lawrence proposes a wager. The first to swindle $50,000 from a mutually agreed-upon target must leave town. They set their sights on Janet Colgate, played by Glenn Headley, an unassuming American tourist and the newly crowned United States soap queen. Both men underestimate her at first, assuming she's naive and flush with soap company wealth. Freddie strikes first, pretending to be a paralyzed Navy veteran in need of expensive psychiatric treatment. Lawrence retaliates by adopting the identity of Dr. Emil Schaffhausen, an esteemed German psychiatrist with bizarre treatment methods. What follows is a duel of escalating deceptions. Lawrence's fake therapy sessions involve Freddie being humiliated under the guise of treatment, including being struck with a switch and made to crawl. But Freddie counters with a fake suicide attempt to pull Janet's sympathy back in his direction. The competition becomes farcical and bitter. In one scene at a glamorous club, Lawrence flaunts his dancing skills with Janet, goading Freddie in public. Freddie retaliates by persuading a group of drunken British sailors that Lawrence stole his girl, prompting them to plot revenge. Amidst this chaos, Lawrence discovers the truth about Janet. She isn't wealthy at all. She won her Soap Queen title and vacation in a promotional contest. Her willingness to liquidate her modest assets to help Freddie stuns Lawrence, who holds to a code: never con an honest or innocent person. He backs out of the bet. Freddie, ever the opportunist, changes the rules. Whoever seduces Janet first wins. Though Lawrence initially refuses, he still acts protectively. Freddie makes a bold move, faking a miraculous recovery and walking to show his love for Janet. Just as he seems to be succeeding, Lawrence enters and confirms Freddie's recovery, having conveniently settled matters with the sailors by invoking his status as a Naval Reserve officer. Janet believes the con is over and prepares to leave. Lawrence takes her to the airport and, despite everything, is genuinely moved by her sincerity. He even gives her $50,000 of his own money to make up for her troubles and loss. But later, she returns in tears, claiming Freddie robbed her. Lawrence arranges Freddie's arrest. However, when Lawrence opens the bag of money Janet returned, he finds not cash, but a cheeky note. Janet is, in fact, the jackal, a legendary American con artist. She played them both. Freddie is livid. Lawrence, however, is enchanted. He has been outwitted by someone better, and he appreciates the artistry. 1 week later, Lawrence and Freddie are licking their wounds at the villa when a yachtload of wealthy tourists disembarks. Leading them is Janet, now posing as a glamorous international property broker. She approaches the men with a sly smile and invites them to join in her latest scheme. Freddie is skeptical, but Lawrence, forever a gentleman rogue, is charmed. The three con artists stroll off together, partners in crime, preparing to fleece a fresh set of marks. The game, after all, is too much fun to give up. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below to watch more movie recaps with Brian. Comment below which movie you'd like to see recapped next.